Kris Patrick with the Path Magazine. We're here at Bobby Jones' biannual gospel retreat. The gentleman next to me needs no introduction. You all know his hit song, For My Good. This is Tyscot recording artist, VaShawn Mitchell. How you doing, VaShawn?
I'm good, man. I'm doing great. I'm in Florida.
I know, you can't but enjoy yourself, huh?
Yeah, having a wonderful time.
Man, tell us a little bit about your style of worship and what you like to do with your music.
Well, you know what? A lot of people know me from songs like My Worship Is For Real and Trouble Don't Last Always and It's Only a Test. But God has really put inside my heart a spirit of encouragement through my songs and of worshiping Him. And over the years, it just transformed my music like crazy.
Amen. I saw your DVD recording, man. It seemed like the power of God just flowed through that room, man. Was that your first live recording, and what were you able to pull out from that?
Well, it was my first live DVD, in which it was crazy because I was so nervous about, what am I doing here, what am I doing there? And then that night, as we were praying, God said, you know what, just let me have my way. And we went out there, and, the CD is entitled Promises, and I really realized that the promises of God really belong to us.
Now, VaShawn, you got star power written all over you, man, and I wanna go back to the root of VaShawn Mitchell.
Yeah.
Back to where if somebody was to see you, they'd wonder, what kind of star are you? Are you a star for the world, or are you a star for gospel? How did you know this was your calling to do gospel music and minister?
Well, man, I don't know if you have enough time, but I like being transparent with the world. My mom was 15 when she had me. My dad left, So my grandparents raised me. So I was always in church, I was always in church. But I like to tell the young people the truth is that everything I learned in church. Right. I partied, but I went to church. I did a lot of things in the world, but I went to church. But it wasn't until I was about 20, and I got locked up for driving on suspended license. And God said, you either going to live for me or die for the devil. And as I was right in there, I started writing a song, You Don't Know My Story.
So you heard that. You heard him whisper that to you, and then that kind of helped start to change.
Yeah, I knew I couldn't play both sides, and God said, you're either going to live for me or die for the devil. And as I wrote songs in there and I came out, I vowed to never go back, but I vowed to really, really live a life of praise and worship, and not only sing about it, but live the life about it. If you do the work of the Lord, the benefit is the harvest. And that is the thing, is that God calls us to do a work in what we do, and the harvest is the benefit. We may not never become rich, we can't strive for those things, but as long as we go into blessing God and giving Him our talents and offering Him our gifts, He will make the harvest come.
When people think back and remember VaShawn Mitchell, what do you want them to think about you and say about you?
It's kind of funny that you say that, because I was dealing with a struggle. My marketing people was like, well, VaShawn, people know your songs, they know Only a Test, they know Trouble Don't Last, they know all these songs, right? But they don't really not familiar with your name. You know what I'm saying? And I prayed about it. And, they want to do all these tactics to get my name out. And I prayed about it. And I was like, you know what? I want my songs to live longer than I can ever live. So if no one ever knows my name, they can know that trouble don't last always. They can know that their worship is real. They can know that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. So, although, we all would love to have our name in lights, if they're never in lights, as long as my songs can live on longer than me, I'm all right.
Well, they say that God gives us all different amount of talents and traits, and from there kind of what your calling is, right?
Exactly.
Okay, well, we appreciate you, man. What's new for you? What's coming up?
Well, you know what? I thank God for what He's doing. I've been on TV like crazy this year, like I'm here now, you know what I'm saying? But God has really been opening doors, and within the next couple of years, begin to look out for V-Man Music, started my own label, got a couple of artists that's about to come out, and I'm going to come out with a new project next year, a praise and worship project, just revealing my heart to the world.
Man, well, we appreciate you stepping on the path with us here at VaShawn.
You know it.
All right, man, y'all, this is VaShawn Mitchell encouraging you to stay on the path.
Check me out.
Clap those hands in here. Clap those hands in here. Let me say it again, come on. I came to tell you it was for my good. All of those times that I was misunderstood. Every affliction I went through. Every affliction, no situation, they brought me closer to God. Although sometimes.
Stay on the path.